volunteering for the Community Legal Centre for about 5 years now. I started in the first year of my degree at La Trobe, and I can safely say that volunteering is something that has definitely kept me passionate about the law and has proved very beneficial. So within the Legal Centre, I think for me personally the best thing has been twofold. It's been the exposure to the different legal issues as well as the networking. So with the legal issues, I've been exposed to a lot more than what I ordinarily would be doing the law degree alone. So I've worked in sectors including family violence and child protection, which are very sensitive and very interesting to be involved in the reality of it. In the night service, you get exposed to a whole host of issues, including traffic offences, people getting fines, simple stuff with everyday people, which is something that's absolutely invaluable in terms of learning like how to deal with clients, in terms of dealing with how to have those interviewing skills where you can't really learn anywhere else. But the second thing that's super important is the networking aspect. So every time you're at the legal service, you're networking with a different set of local lawyers each time. You're learning about their experiences, you can talk to them about your experience, get that mentorship, which I think is really invaluable, especially in that regional area where, it's a lot of the time it's the who you know, not what you know in a lot of respects.
Volunteering and pro bono work is an essential part of certainly my conception of what it is to be a lawyer, and I'm far from alone in that. Many people would be of the same mind that the privileges that attach to being a lawyer give rise to a concomitant sort of obligation to do some stuff that you think is in the public interest, not just your own.
I think I'm really thankful for the Legal Centre because when I first started volunteering, I don't think I imagined how important it would actually be. It was something that I just threw my hand up for because I didn't have any legal experience, but it provides you with that stable support in a really nice environment where everyone just wants to help you. Everyone's there to see you succeed and to help you through whatever legal issue you may be faced with on the day. You get to see the resolution of legal issues, which is so satisfying.
I'm sometimes disappointed that law students don't recognise just how helpful it is. It doesn't matter whether you're going to be a tax lawyer or a maritime lawyer or whatever you're going to be, just dealing with practical problems and being around more experienced practitioners trying to deal with such things, you always learn something. And yeah, I really encourage students in particular to get involved with the CLC evening service. It's really, really, really helpful. You also get to meet people who might one day offer you a job, so there's also those fairly practical benefits that can flow.
So I think the biggest thing for me with law school was that when I first joined the law, I thought that it was all about books and it was all about knowing the hardcore legal knowledge, but the thing that no one can ever teach you in terms of a textbook setting is how to deal with real people, how to deal with emotions, how to, what to do if someone, presents emotion in front of you, starts crying, starts, just being a human. And I think it's really ironic that that's not built into the degree a lot of the time. But when you're volunteering at the Legal Centre, you get exposed to all of those aspects in such a supportive environment where, you have a lawyer with you at all times. So you can see how they go about, explaining things to a client. And there's so many things that I've picked up over the years there that I haven't been taught in my traditional degree. So example, if you explain something to a client in a certain way and they don't understand it, what's the best way to rephrase that?
The art of being able to sometimes break the bad news to a client, or how to really, the importance of a lawyer in almost a therapeutic sense, especially for family law, in that you're actually able to support someone who is going through a difficult time, and the importance of law in giving someone a voice and tools to actually better themselves.
In the end, you can consult the law, you can have a textbook in front of you, you can have the legislation which changes on the daily. But the one thing that'll never change is that human element and what you can do to build trust with someone quite quickly, but also what you can do to make someone feel comfortable on what can often be their worst day.
No matter what point you are in your legal career, whether you're a student at the PLT stage, junior lawyer or partner of a firm, you'll get a lot out of it. The things that you learn, the different areas of law that you learn, the people that you meet, you can get so much out of it. And I've got so many benefits myself from being here and networking and meeting with lawyers and students. It's definitely, certainly one of the highlights of my volunteering as a student, and now it's the main volunteering I do as a solicitor too.
For students that are thinking about volunteering, definitely do it. it's invaluable experience. Like, it gives you not only seeing the practical side, but it's something amazing you can put down and say, yes, I know what it's really like, an invaluable kind of experience.
So if anyone out there is considering doing this program, there is not a single thing that I would recommend more. Like, you can do all the electives that you want to, you can collect the accolades and, you know, do all of the programs, but nothing's going to replace that practical legal experience that you get when you're one-on-one with a client, when you're in real time, and there's something that's irreplaceable about that safe environment to experiment with this stuff in, you know, and local networks. I'd say it is probably the most useful thing that I did in my law degree. Like, you know, I did the electives here and there, I did the, you know, the legal writing competitions, the mooting, but the thing with all of those is it's fake. Like, it's simulated problems. Your exams are problems that people create. But when you look at the legal centre, it's real world problems. It's looking at people in your community and, you know, how you can benefit them. So 110% would recommend it, hands down.